Hi, Chris. Hi, Chris. Hey, hi, Chris. You all right? You're mute.
Hi, good evening, doctor.
How are you?
Very well.
Long time no speak. What's happening?
Sorry, I've had to do a lot of moving around. I recently moved to Russia to complete my master's, so the last couple of weeks has been mostly documentation and so on and so forth. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think John alluded to that you traveled. So welcome. Are you still there or?
Yes, I'm still here. I'll be here for the next 8 months.
Oh, wow. Good luck to it. So
Yeah.
how far have you, the dashboard, we had active user and things that hasn't been completed. So I was hoping to hear from you, but where are we with things?
Yes, the active users should be completed shortly. The active users and the deliverables. I'm not so sure about the deliverables because it's a radar chat and most of the chat frameworks I'm seeing, I'm not really sure how exactly they integrate with Laravel. So I'm not so sure about the deliverables.
What we can do is it doesn't have to be read out. What we can do with the deliverables is also we can choose any format or any graph type or a display type that fits it. It doesn't have to be read out.
We already have the pie chart and the bar charts there.
Yeah.
And this thing, if we get a radar chart, it would still be the same information that is already in the pie chart and the
No. So the deliverables, if you look at I can share, deliverables are different there will be deliverables for against each pillar. So let me show you what I mean by deliverable. Maybe there's a confusion. And the other thing I noticed is that you don't have icons on the other ones. I know that those are minor things. Let me share my screen. Maybe that's even better. Okay. So if I share my screen here now, share. This is what we have today, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And you can see that you have icons for all of these. There is no icon for these two.
Okay.
You see, and you shouldn't use the same icon for active and deliverable.
Okay.
They're supposed to be different icons, yeah? But what you're seeing here is the different pillars. Here, supposed to be sub pillars. So let me show you what a sub pillar is. And that way, because this is what you're displaying here should have like stacked graph where the stack shows you the different, you're displaying the sub pillars as free. It should actually have, and it should be drilled down. So when you click it, you should see those 7 pillars. But I wouldn't worry about that now. But this is what deliverable is. Let me share the framework for you so that you see deliverables. again, this is, if I think I shared all of this with you. I'll share again so you see these pillars and sub-pillars, what we meant by that. You can see here is a pillar. So a pillar is, this pillar is, for example, rc.ip, and it is identify and prioritize resource. The sub-pillars are IP1, IP2, and IP3 for that one. And the IP1 is identify critical, technical, and non-technical controls. 2 is key stakeholders and responsibility. And 3 here is prioritize assets. Okay, so if you go back to here, see you have to identify, that's correct. But the sub pillars here should be this, like RC.1 this, RC.2 this. If it means moving this a horizontal bar instead of a vertical bar.
So does that mean so each of the bars, when you hover over it, it should show the tree?
Yes, yes. And this one that's 7, it should, this may not be the right format, but you get what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do, and again, in future, it will be click through so that the person can understand what it is.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I understand that better now.
Yeah, and I will send you all this. So then this is what deliverable looks like. Where is one assessment form? Let's use the 1.0. Now, the deliverables here is coming. See, the deliverables here are the outcomes. So the deliverable here is use these outcomes here is list of technical controls and list of non-technical. Deliverables here is 1, which is list of 3 key stakeholders. Deliverables, and the other one is a list of business continuity and recovery controls. Here, there are places where there are 1 and 2. So the whole idea is that this dashboard gives us a holistic view of the framework. Okay. The 3 ones here, this is the start assessment. Maybe we'll change this as completed assessment or assessment in progress. And here, this one will be changing based on the Google Analytics. But these deliverables are these things here, which we call outcomes. So each one has its own or multiple. There are controls. So if you scroll down, let's just use this one as an example. This sub pillar, which is rc.ip.1, which is identify critical, technical, and non-technical assets. There are 2 deliverables, a list of technical assets and non-technical assets. For number 2 is 1. For number 3 is 1. For number 4, there's 2 of those. The list of technical recovery controls and list of non-technical. And there are cases where it's multiple. So these are the controls. Hence why we recognize there are over, I don't know the exact number of controls here now. So that's what we see here. Does it make sense? Does it give you an example, the thing?
Yes, it makes sense, but that means I have to restructure the database because as it is right now, please pull up the Excel sheet.
So you have pillars, which are the ones we've done. We've done sub pillars, and then we have description. We have outcomes or deliverables. So these are the deliverables.
Okay, so as it is right now in the database, in the deliverables, even if, for instance, say RCRP4 has 2 deliverables, it's actually saved in 1 field. So I have to actually go back and split them up.
Yes.
Now that you mentioned this, so if it's split up, it's now easier to count and use it in the chat.
Exactly, and this can be clicked through. So that's why the database concept is a good one. So that when you click through it, and this is why I'm considering this might be a stacked graph, where on a bar there are 3 colors. Or 4 or 5 or 6, depending on the number of controls. Like this one that is 7 will be 7. So when you click on the first one here, it might be, let's use an example. Let's use the right example here. That's number 2. So number 1, number 2. So you see there, so it would be when you click on the RCC1, it will give you identified recovery control. When you click on the RC2, so if it's a stack bar, it will be like 4 bars. Yeah, this 4. If it is that way, so that each one you click, it can give you, but I don't want to complicate it yet. All I'm just saying is that this may be either horizontal stack or vertical stack, where we can then see those 3 or see those 7 or see those, you know, whatever it is. I don't know where you got 7 here. I thought if you go back to the model, we have this one is 3, this one is 4, the other one is 4, this one is 7. I hope you did it in the order. This one is 7, this one is 4, this one is 6, this one is 6. So I'm expecting to see this bar as 3, 4, 7, 6. So check that you're pulling the right RCRP. Ah, okay, you moved RCRP. No, the one that should come after the first one is actually, so you have RCIP, then you should have RCCC.
Okay, so it should just go in under as it is.
Yeah. You need to move it. You need to move it the same way, because otherwise you're going to confuse people. I think you should move it as, reorder it as it should be, rather than random, because it tells a story. When you have identify, so see the slogan. Remember that this is a framework, yeah? The ordering matters. Let me show you. View large icon. Yeah, so the ordering is important, Chris. So if you see here, it tells a story. The way the story is you have identify, control, map, plan, play, measure, test, and improve. That is a framework. Yeah, so it's not just anything is not random. It's identify, control, map, plan, play, measure, test, and improve. That's how we test it. And that's what should be, that's how this should appear. It's easy if your database, you can just move the row, but so that we can then see this. And these are the deliverables based on these controls. What are we delivering? In fact, I'll change it into deliverables. These are what we expect them to give us. There are places where it's 1. There are most places where it's 2. There are some places, 1 or 3 places that is 3. But those are the things we want to be delivered. These are the sub pillars. Here is the pillar. Does it make better sense now?
Yes, it does.
So I was planning, I was hoping that, because this is what we had for November. November is finishing the next 2 days now. And we haven't actually completed this. What is going to happen now?
Okay, I'm going to push to complete this, and also my duration with A subjects is up. I mean, with school and me having to do my industry thing here in Russia. So my contract with A subjects is up, but I'm going to be with you till we complete recovery at the very least. So I'll push to complete this, particularly the dashboard and the splitting the databases. Yeah, I'll push to complete those.
And what I was hoping is that this menu, it is gone. So the menu will be dashboard driven. Like if you click here as it is, which is how to start an assessment, and they go back again will be dashboard. You see what I mean? Otherwise, we're going to now put the other tiles on the top. And then if you want to look assessment, so it will be, the only thing here should just be dashboard. What do you think? So that is a dashboard that drives the thing rather than have sub menus again.
Okay. Okay, all right, that makes sense.
Because otherwise we're going to have pillars, sub pillars, deliverables. So we just need clean up this, only have this. But in terms of somebody registering, how does that person register?
Just the person just registers normally. You have to log out first.
Okay, but do I have control of who can register and who shouldn't register by now?
Or if you have control of who can register and who has registered,
Yeah.
if it's who has registered, I think I sent you credentials one time to the admin panel.
Okay, please send it to me. I want to see how it is, where, and also how to access it myself.
Yeah, okay, just 1 minute. Let me check.
And on the X objects thing, do you want me, because what I was considering is also to have you on what we call time and material basis. Let me explain what it is. If I have something for you to do, I could say, okay, Chris, this is a piece of work I want us to scope. Maybe this piece of work will take 3 days. Maybe it will take 1 month. Maybe it will take 5 days. Can you agree? If it is 1 month, you deliver it for me, I'll pay you 1 month, because I don't have, I'm not like a subject where we have wages for people, but I can actually say, okay, Chris, I want to run this new project. This is what it is. You study it and say, okay, Sarah, it's going to take me 1 month to do based on other things. Then I pay you 1 month and then you deliver it. So it is based on deliverable, based on the project and based on deliverables.
Yes, I and John already spoke about something like that based on deliverables. If it's about recovery, you don't need to worry about it. I'll actually take recovery to the end. I'll actually take recovery to the end because this is a backlog project. So you don't need to worry about it. I and John actually spoke about something like that. He mentioned it, but
it would be nice, especially now that you're in
not
Russia and you're doing your master's. You will see this as a kind of you know, based on the project coming out, something that at least can give you.
Yeah, I haven't really had the time to iron out all that because it was basically.
But it wouldn't be. Let me just be clear. It wouldn't be monthly. It depends on.
Yeah,
what
of course,
doing.
I understand. I understand
Yeah.
what you mean.
Yeah.
Sort of like a, should I say, on a per tax basis.
Yes. Because there are other things I have in mind I want to do, especially this recovery thing. It might entail. All right, thanks for this. So this username, this password is what I need to use, right?
Yes, and this username.
Okay.
I can always change the username to yours. That's not a problem.
Okay. So that way is that if I then need to do something, because there are projects I want to bring on board, or maybe taking this to a new version, we can say, okay, especially you that have been working on it, to say, okay, maybe the next thing we want to do after we finish this is let's make this click through, because the whole idea, or maybe we want to layer another background that is like GIF that will be moving. So because as it is now, it is just practical, it's basic. But I want to make it in a way it looks professional, where the background here, these gray things might be something else. You know, when you log on to most dashboards, they look wow. For example, I can just get a new distance and say cybersecurity dashboard. You'll see that they look stunning. So we might want to do another version of this after we've delivered the key functions. Yeah. So that way we can say, okay, Chris, look at it. Can you make this version of something? And then at least you get some money. See how these ones are? See how the other ones are. So it may not be just this bland gray. Maybe we want to lay another type of thing. And I don't think this is responsive on mobile. The reason I know is if you shrink this now, if you shrink this, see, you can't see the other ones. All right, yeah, sorry, it's responsive, So that's how it would appear on mobile. Okay, it's responsive. But you see what I mean by we might want to move it up a level. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when do you think you'll be able to complete this then, given all the things?
I would say next weekend. I'll work tonight and then see how much time I can squeeze out within the week.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you see a better layout, try new things. The thing I gave you was just a concept. And you could know it better than I do. Just use whatever you think will work. But I will share this. I'll share these two files with you to give you an idea of let me just change it to deliverables so it doesn't confuse you. At least you know the whole thing is there now. You have pillars, you have sub-pillars, description, deliverables. There are references, but we don't care about references now. So you know what those deliverables are. And that's why we say the deliverables can be in the form of conduct, fix, ingest, list. And in most of them, you see list. But there are cases where it would be for them to conduct. So for example, this is a report about this. There are reports here again. There's tests. So there are some that are test, which is about testing something. There are some that are fix. There are some that are engage or review. Here is review. So there are ones that are set. That's why you have set here. So the deliverables can be in any of these formats. That's why we have them there. Set, report. So we could actually even have a title or a column header with any of these. So if we want to say, oh, here is a summary of the deliverables that are list, would say list, give me anything where that table header is list. We then extract those, or give me all of the controls that are report controls. You extract it, or give me all of the things that require tests. You would extract it based on those things. You see where I'm heading to?
Yes, I do.
But I want to be able to stand and walk before I fly.
All right.
But you can see how we're building it up. So we could automate this in future to that level where somebody can say, oh, I want to see, you know, all the deliverables that are list deliverables, and you just say select where title equal to list or where deliverable equals to list, and then you pull it out from the database. So it is automated and scripted rather than manual.
Okay. Yeah, so I think splitting the deliverables at this point instead of chunking them together is actually going to make that future process
exactly robust. Yes. That's what I want. That's why I wanted to walk you through the whole thing so you understand where we're heading to.
All right.
And try and get better icons that are good. These are what I call icons. Don't know where you put them from, because when you look at other ones here, they are lovely dashboards that, you know, try and make the things look really professional if you can.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want to take your time, but let me know when I can test. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, the work you're doing is appreciated. So when you speak to John, then I would like to have that flexibility where I can give you task and I say, Chris, tell me how long this task would do, and let's agree how much it would cost, and then you get it delivered, because I'm going to be doing so many things myself. So I'm not, there's so much I want to deliver through this recovery framework thing.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I will send you this. I'll send you this now, the links on the email. Please reorganize this as the framework. And I also, in fact, I will send you the document links on OneDrive so that you can have access to them to give you an idea, including the framework.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's a layout better than this, just try something, use it.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Enjoy Russia. How is the weather in Russia now?
It's -10.
I could imagine. It's 3 degrees in London and it's very cold. Fine. I have radiator on, 2 radiators. I have a possible radiator. I'm wearing jumper and I'm wearing my distance. So that's how cold it is.
Yeah, it's -10. It's already snowing.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Ping me on Slack or email when you're done, right?
Yeah, all right.
Okay, thank you. Speak soon. Yes, bye.